that we thought of from the sky. We mirrored what the national ISF has done. And in mirroring this, it means that the groundwork and the work that we put in, it's solid. And therefore, if you take the same blueprint and put it under provincial, it will definitely work. So even within the national, we do have a civil society steering committee. And speaking to that, we are more tech savvy. So I've got this on my phone, I'm not on WhatsApp, I promise. So as I said, I am part of the task team members that were privileged to be able to work on the terms of reference for the civil society. And we have come to an agreement which is the same definition that has been adopted at national level. That the ECD civil society, what is that? It is basically comprised of a diverse group of stakeholders that simply play a role in ECD delivery. So all of these stakeholders are cross-sectoral. You've heard non-governmental, you've heard governmental, private institutions, communities, parents, religious organizations, and the likes. And in that, then in the National Integrated Plan of 2015, it was recognized that a steering committee is needed for civil society, so that we have a channel where all stakeholders can come through and speak in one voice and represent the issues that are within the civil society. And even with the transfer of power from the DBE to the DSD to the DBE, the DSD to the DBE, that steering committee was still endorsed, and it still continues right now. And therefore, we're saying as the provincial ISF, we are taking the guidelines and the principles that were there, and we are tailor-making for Gauteng. In that, the sole purpose of the Civil Society Steering Committee for Provincial is to bring across key issues that need to be proposed on the table for the early childhood development sector that affect the civil society. It's as simple as that. We won't go far about it. We need to say what affects us as civil society. We bring it to the table, we make advocacy, we let our voices be heard in one accord and in one agreement. We propose these issues and then we report back. Nobody is standing as an individual and speaking for themselves. But when one body speaks, we are speaking in the voice of the ISF. So that needs to be put in the forefront and to be known. We're all working from a voluntary basis. Whoever will be in this committee will be working on a voluntary basis. And some of the membership conditions that are needed and have been proposed in this document is that they need to be reliable. They need to have the knowledge and expertise of ECD information, or what is it that we're talking about. I mean, you can't now, that the Abraham says now, when you say ECD, you don't even know what it means. You need to know what you're talking about so that we can talk to the effective functioning of the sector, even within the provincial ISF, right? We need to be willing to invest time and commitment. There's in a meeting that we held for Motheo last year, Mpati said, we need to embrace seasons. There will be winter, summer, autumn, and spring. In any project that you do, we certainly need to embrace that change. When winter comes, you don't say, you know what, I'm no longer going to work, but what do? You dress up for the occasion. So even with this, as we keep rolling out, there will be maybe difficult times and difficult terrains that we'll be going through, but you don't quit because it's tough. You continue because of the shared visions, and that is what it's all about. Within the Civil Society Steering Committee, we've agreed that we need to attend meetings. You cannot miss 3 consecutive meetings without saying anything, and you expect on the fifth one, when you are ready to come, you're like, oh, by the way, I'm in this committee. Then we need to now tell you what needs to be happening and what happened. You are holding us back. You need to commit. You need to communicate. So there are guidelines as to say, if a person doesn't come for 3 consecutive meetings, how are we going to deal with the situation? We've spoken to the terms of the role and the function that we've agreed that we can start with 3 years. We'll have a chairperson, a vice chairperson, an administrative individual. What I love about Gauteng is big. Could you please go to the slide where there is a map? Yes. Gauteng is huge, and okay, it's not projecting. And what we've done, we have made sure that the members that will be in the committee will emanate from the major metros that we have.